I casually dropped the iron block from my hand. The entire stage shook as the ground trembled. Then I threw a punch at the man before me, but before my fist even landed, the force of my strike alone made him vomit blood. What no one knew was that I was once the strongest warrior in the world. I had defeated top masters from every nation, using only the long-lost Seeking Heaven finger. But it was this very man who caused my father's death. Luckily, I finally avenged him with ease. I rushed home to share the good news with my mother, only to find the house in ruins. My mother was barely hanging on. Before dying, she handed me a marriage contract, telling me to fulfill the marriage and never use martial arts again. To leave the martial world and live as an ordinary man. With those last words, she passed away with regret. Grief overwhelmed me, but to honor her final wish, I set off for the manor to fulfill the engagement. At the gate, I saw many others holding the same contract, but they were all there to break off the engagement because the contract stated it would automatically dissolve in 3 years, and during that time, the couple must not share a room. It was purely a formal agreement. None of them accepted these terms, but I accepted willingly for my mother's sake and stepped forward to take the contract from the maid. Just like that, we got married. 3 years passed. I became an apprentice actor at the Grand Theater. That day, my master gave me a script and prop, telling me to play a terminally ill martial artist the next day. He told me to act like someone frail and hopeless. In truth, he gave me the role because I always seemed weak, but he didn't know. I wore iron weights of hundreds of pounds every day, only removing them at night when I returned home. That evening, my wife was waiting for me to cook dinner. I set my things down and prepared to leave again. There were still 7 days left before our contract ended, but her childhood sweetheart was returning tomorrow, so she decided to divorce me early. Just then, she saw the script I left on the table. Opening it, she found what looked like a terminal illness diagnosis. She misunderstood and thought I was dying. Her heart suddenly softened. Even at the dinner table, she said nothing about divorce. The next morning, I went about washing clothes and cooking as usual. On the road, a stone blocked my path. I kicked it aside without thinking, unaware it was the legendary Guardian Stone. In past tournaments, even champions could only move it 1 meter at most, but I kicked it over 10 meters with ease. Disciples passing by noticed the stone had shifted. The senior sister was puzzled, wondering who could possess such power. At that moment, the childhood sweetheart had arrived. Everyone assumed he was the one who moved the stone, and he proudly claimed the credit. Hearing this, the senior sister called me over, told me to greet the guest.